Wow, this is a follow-up video. I've been surfing around. I've been surfing around YouTube, watching videos, and I'm not going to mention names, but I've watched a few videos, and there are a lot of really stupid people. I've mentioned stuff like this before, but good God. Then there's the ones who, they're stupid, but then they think certain other people are stupid. It's not the other people, it's them. I'm talking about the ones who trash talk gamers. There was one comment I read somewhere, and this guy basically talked trash about people they called anybody who, this person called anyone who thinks video games are about gameplay, it's basically stupid nerds. It is about gameplay. What the hell is wrong with you? What are you, this is one of those moments where I have to ask this one question that I always ask. What the hell are you smoking? It must be some really good shit or some really bad shit. Either way, what's your dealer's number? Because I would love to be as fucking high off my goddamn ass as you are. I could do like other people say, you're just retarded. I don't like calling people retarded. I've mentioned this before. So, my question is always, what are you smoking? You gotta be smoking something really good or really bad. It is about gameplay. It's primarily about gameplay. It's not all about graphics, because if it were, eventually, I've mentioned this also before, this is diminishing return of sorts. There's another word I used. I can't remember what word I used, but basically, this fidelity, that's the word I used. There's a fidelity when it comes to graphics, and where we'll reach eventually. Eventually, we're going to reach some very realistic stuff. It's already pretty realistic in my eyes. What about down the road? Down the road, it's going to get really realistic, really detailed. Consoles and PCs alike will be very capable. Technology will be there. Then what? People will get bored because all it is graphics to these guys. They're graphics whores. Anybody who sits there and talks shit about somebody who thinks it's all about gameplay and not all about graphics, when you talk shit about them, it makes you look like a complete tool. I hate getting involved in these fanboy bullcrap, as I'm pretty unbiased. I've said this before, I like video games. I know I mostly talk about Nintendo, but there's not a whole lot to talk about at the moment when it comes to Sony and Microsoft. At the moment. I mean, they don't really have much in the way of first party. I mean, there is some first party, but they don't have as much as Nintendo does. They don't have all the IPs. Because, I mean, they do have some IPs. I'm not gonna lie, Microsoft and Sony, my jaw is hurting. There we go. Microsoft and Sony, they do have their first party IPs. I mean, you know, Halo and Infamous on Sony's side. Sony has Infamous. They do have their first party IPs, but not as many as Nintendo. And plus, Nintendo's been doing this a lot longer. So of course, there's going to be a lot of people who go, Nintendo, yay! Myself included. Does that mean I dislike the other two guys? No. No. That's stupid. I plan to get a PS4 one of these days, especially when I start seeing some games that actually interest me. I didn't get a PS3 until the end of its life. I know that's bad. Well, it's not even the end of its life yet. That's kind of stupid, too. I didn't get it until maybe last year, the year before last. And the only games I got for it that I can think of offhand is Silent Hill Downpour, Splatterhouse. I love Splatterhouse, by the way. It is very underrated, in my opinion. Splatterhouse, Batman Arkham City. The reason I just finally got one not long ago, year before last, is because that's when I started seeing games I wanted to personally play. And right now, the games I personally want to play aren't on PS4. There's nothing that grabs me. I was curious when it comes to PS4. I was curious about knack. I like games like that, quirky, whimsical, or yeah, just artistic the way it was, just stylized and everything. And a lot of you are going, yeah, kitty, fucking kitty. It's childish. It's childish. That's why you like it. It looks like a game. That's why I like it. It looks like a video game. It's a lot better than the shit a lot of you Call of Duty jackasses like. A lot of you meatheads. That's another video. Actually, no, I'm going to make it this video. I'm going to talk about it in this video. There is a group of people called meathead gamers. Now, maybe I have talked about this before. Meathead gamers. These jackasses didn't give two flying fucks about video games until they got realistic and violent. They didn't give a shit. Before this, anybody who played video games they called a nerd, and they were jocks and fucking meathead mother. They didn't give a shit about games. Alright? But as soon as the graphics got there, we got all these shooters and all this realistic shit, that's when they started paying attention. That's when they became gamers. They became gamers around the PS2 era. They didn't give a damn before then. As soon as the PS2, PS3, then they jumped in, I'm a gamer. No, you're not a gamer. You're a jackass. You're not a real gamer. You're not a video game enthusiast. Alright? You're a shooter enthusiast. You're a realistic experience enthusiast. You're a guy or girl who should be sitting in front of TV watching movies, not playing video games, because you ruined it for the rest of us guys who've been playing video games for a long time. Not completely ruined it. I thank God for Nintendo, and that's why I like Nintendo so much. And Miyamoto said it best at one point. He said there needs to be that Nintendo style, as he put it. What he meant to say is there needs to be those whimsical games. There needs to be those games that aren't very realistic. I don't know why my jaw is locking up. I think I'm talking more lately than I have in a while. That hurts. Anyhow, there needs to be the whimsical. There needs to be the lighthearted. There needs to be these things. I mean, without Nintendo, what are we going to say? He said it best. He said the reason we don't do a lot of realistic or violent or mature is because everybody else does that. They don't want to do like everybody else. In a way, I don't blame them, but in a way, my feeling is they need to do a mixture. They need to do some whimsical, they need to do some lighthearted, and they need their dark and serious. If they're going to want to make it, then they need to do this. They also need to stop staying behind technologically wise. The only reason they keep staying behind is because they don't like to sell at a loss. Sony and Microsoft is, I could be wrong, but I think they sell at a loss. I could be wrong. But I am waiting for those games for, and I was completely wrong on another video. I said, I assumed Project Spark was coming to the Xbox One. It's not. It's coming to PC. Project Spark is a Microsoft game coming to PC. Maybe they plan to have some sort of thing where you make stuff with Project Spark, but then people can play it on the Xbox One. That would be a great idea. When it comes to making games, it's usually best left to a PC, and a mouse and a keyboard. You know, one of these little things right here. It's best left to that kind of stuff. And the only reason I think Nintendo could really do well with a creation tool is because they have that touchpad. That's about as good to me. So we'll see how that works out, but I'm looking forward to it. What else? But back to the topic at hand. Stop being fanboys. Stop being ignorant jackasses. Come on, educate yourselves. Stop thinking you're all being like that one. Who is that guy? They made fun of him on South Park. I can't even remember his name, but they were doing that fish sticks joke. And he said, "You're a gay fish." He goes, "Yeah, I don't need you to fucking explain it. I'm a motherfucking genius." That kind of attitude. They don't want to be educated. People like that don't want to be educated. I mean, that's not a racist comment. There are white people like this too. And technically, we're not white. My shirt is white. This is white. You see the difference in everything. It's more of a cream or something. I don't know. There's a reason why they put on paper documents. They don't say white. They say Caucasian, because that's the color tone of our skin. We're not white. Get over it. The only white people I've ever met are albino. That's like black people. Black people aren't really black unless, don't take this wrong, I know I'm going to piss people off, don't take this wrong, but I've seen black people who are black because they got a tan. Don't get pissed at me, I'm just stating what I've seen, I'm not racist. And I know people are going to get pissed. Look, fact being, I know people like that, of all races, just real jackasses, real ignorant, and they don't want to be educated. They'd rather just say, oh, I got it right, I know what the hell I'm talking about. I know what I'm, or if they're white, it's usually, I know what the hell I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm saying. You don't know shit. You don't know a damn thing, motherfucker. You don't know. If they're white, that's how it comes out. If they're black, then it's like, I'm a motherfucking genius. You ain't gotta don't explain it to me, motherfucker. And there's some white guys who sound like that too. There's even Spanish guys. Actually, this is my thing. If I'm going to make fun of any race, I'm going to make fun of all races. I'm going to make fun of the fucked up people who are Caucasian. I'm going to make fun of the fucked up people who are of, I guess you'd say, of African American descent. I'll say people of color. I feel like that's probably the least racist word I could use. People of color. I've heard that used by them. I've heard that used by people of color. People of color call themselves people of color. Or they did at one point. If that's changed, somebody update me on this stuff, because, like I said, I don't want to be a racist. I'm not a racist. I've had black friends before. I haven't had friends in a long time because of where I live. I'm not a social reject. Some of you might say that. Oh, he's a social reject. No, I'm not a social reject. It's called being disabled and living out in the sticks around rednecks. Oh my god. I hate rednecks. I'm sorry. I just do. Because 9 times out of 10, they're pretty freaking ignorant. Yeah. But the bottom line is, I'm tired of the fanboy crap. I'm tired of the wars. I'm tired of the ignorance. I'm tired of people who want to remain ignorant. You try to educate them as politely as possible, and you get backlash. And they're like, no, man, you're wrong. You are wrong. It ain't gameplay, motherfucker. It ain't gameplay. I am so going to get my ass. There are going to be some pissed off people of color. They're going to hate me. You know what? There's white guys who talk like that too, so, you know. Motherfucker, I'm a motherfucking genius, motherfucker. You don't know what the fuck you talking about, motherfucker. Fucker. Motherfucker. Oh, God. I'm a motherfucking genius. You don't motherfucking explain to me, motherfucker. Motherfucker constantly, motherfucker. Only it comes out, motherfucker. Motherfucker. I'm a motherfucking genius. This is a motherfucking shit, yo. You're all gonna, I know I'm gonna get the hate for all that. I know, y'all are just gonna have to hate me. I think the other reason I don't get a whole lot of views or anything, I think people have seen the first couple of videos, I said, I will ban you from my channel if you start crap. I'm not everybody else on YouTube. I mean, I'm not monetizing, so I don't care that much about the views at the moment. I don't have a lot going on with my videos. It's me sitting in front of the camera. There's not good reproduction values. I have a crappy camera. Eventually, I'm wanting to upgrade them. Eventually, even if I do, I don't have the connection. I don't have the speed, the internet speed and everything to do like everybody else and have the really high-scale HD videos. I don't have it. You know, there are people like Rich. I've mentioned him before. He can do all the really nice camera footage. I can't do the really nice camera footage. Happy Console Gamer, he can do really nice footage. I can't do that. Alpha Omega Sin has really nice footage of him. It's clean. It can be in HD. I don't have that. I can't make the files too big, and I can't upload them. Blame internet service providers that are satellite based. Satellite internet service providers. This video is 14 minutes. I know I ramble, but the main point of this video is stop being fanboys. I've said it before. Stop being fanboys. Stop being ignorant. When somebody tries to educate you, don't get offended. Let them educate you. Let them tell you what's going on. I mean, be suspicious if they actually know themselves, you know. But at least look into it. And I'm sorry to tell you, but it is gameplay. Gameplay is what matters. Not really graphics. That's why there's so many people who still like a lot of the old style games, you know, because it's not really graphics. It's if you're having fun. A lot of new games, I have Shovel Knight. I beat it. It was a challenge to me. I mean, it starts off a little easy, but it's one of those games that builds up as you go, and it's not easy. And I think that's why people bitch so much. It's not easy. Games like that aren't easy. That's why. That's like he's not really my cousin. He's 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 related through marriage. Anyhow, that's like him. He can't play Mega Man. He gets his ass handed to him playing Mega Man. He can play Call of Duty like there's nothing. But Mega Man, he gets his ass handed to him. What does that say? What does that say about video games? What does it say about gamers? I've said this before. I am beating a dead horse. But yeah, bottom line, stop being jackasses to each other. Stop with the attitude. Stop with the crap. Just stop. Stop. It doesn't do anyone any good. Oh my god, the level of ignorance on the internet, especially YouTube, it just needs to stop. And this is the longest video I think I've ever made. No, I've made longer ones, but... Alright, this has been the goof. Wow. It needs to change. It needs to change.